What's your hopes for the students to take away with, like, what you want them to walk away with from your class?
So I want them to know that they're loved and that they're cared for. Just to know that whatever they do in life, I'm proud of them and I support them. At the end of each class, I say, tell someone you love them today, just as like a reminder for them to go out into their world. And they always say, Miss Goodman, I love you. Or I'm like, I love you back, so.
Oh, well, you're a blessing of a teacher. Can you believe the response that it's gotten? Did you think it would go viral?
I did not think it would go viral. In my mind, I had already went viral with like 100,000 views, but this is viral.
Oh, this is viral?
This is viral.
Oh my God, that is amazing. How long have you been a teacher?
This is my second year. Last year was my first year.
That is amazing. What were you doing before you started teaching?
I was a school secretary at my kids' school, and I decided I was going to go back to school, so I told my principal that I think I'm going to go back to school since my kids were getting older and get my bachelor's degree, and I wanted to teach, and he said he thinks I should.
Wow.
So I did.
You're definitely a teacher, that's for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, so tell us, how did you come up with that idea?
So we have a thing we call circle time, where we sit in a circle on the floor, and I sit in the middle, and I ask them a question. And so I asked them, what's something that you wish you have done but you have not done yet? And the majority of them said catch a flight, go on an airplane, or they said different cities, go to New York. And so I was trying to incorporate their wish from Circle Time with Hispanic Heritage Month.
And that's why you chose Mexico?
That's why I chose Mexico. I have one student in my class that is Hispanic, and I wanted her to feel like we honored her.
You outdid yourself, like, for sure. We definitely want to learn. What has the response been since it's gone viral and got so much attention?
So the responses have been wonderful. Nia's mom, which is my Hispanic student, said that it was going viral in Mexico. They translated it to Spanish, and the Mexican president commented that he saw it and that they were very proud of me. And then thousands of people tagged Southwest. They've blessed us so much. They have a field trip planned for us next week where we're going to Southwest Airlines. The whole first grade is going, not just my class.
Clearly, you have such an amazing relationship with your students. You call them your friends?
I do call them my friends, or we call them leaders.
I love that. I love what you're instilling in them. It is so amazing. Well, your friends and leaders are joining us here today on Zoom. There they are. Hi, leaders. Thank you guys for joining us. You see Miss White up here?
Hi, Miss White.
Hi. Did you have fun in Mexico? Okay, well, Miss White, Southwest Airlines love the creative experience you shared with your students. Southwest is making a $10,000 donation to your school so you can continue to inspire and educate your friends and your leaders, your students. Here you go. This is for you guys. Okay, Miss White, please keep shining. Keep doing what you're doing. You like the blueprint. We're going to have many more friends and leaders. All right, thanks, kids. Y'all be good, do your work, okay? And thank you, Southwest.
Thank you so much, Southwest.
Bye, kids. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Give her a hand, y'all. What you do is amazing. I know for me, growing up, art was everything to me, so I love seeing that, you're helping out and making sure that art is in the school and kids can express themselves in that way. What made you want to become a teacher?
So I actually wasn't planning to be a teacher. I went to school and got my bachelor's in fine arts, but I always just loved working with kids and like being a babysitter and being around kids. And when I graduated college during the pandemic, I started working at a school, at a Title I school, as an interventionist, just kind of like helping kids get back on track with their peers.
Yeah.
And my principal at the time, Dr. Henderson, saw something in me, and she thought that I would just be great with kids and working with the art program because she knew my background in art. So she kind of paved the way for me to become an art teacher the next year. And my current administration that's here right now in the audience.
Current administration.
My principal, assistant principal, and our principal leader, Ms. Miller. they've been so supportive of me being an art teacher now.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
It is amazing. Tell me this, how does your art class go? Like, what do you guys do? Like, how do you teach it?
Okay, so a typical day in the art class, they come in and I greet them with our daily affirmation. So I say, hello, my most amazing artist, and they say, hello, my most amazing art teacher, and then I say, just like an affirmation for them to remember, when you're in the art room, you're still, you know, who you are, but whatever you bring is still important, and, you know, you're who you are because you're here, and that's what makes you special.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
And so necessary, impactful. I love affirmations and I love art. Now, what made you want to start posting on social media?
I just love my job, and I just wanted to share little snippets of a day in the life as an art teacher. And once I started posting, people kind of were intrigued about how I became a teacher and what the steps are that's needed. So I just kept sharing, and people kind of latched on. So that's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What are some of your hopes for the future?
So my hope is to be able to do art forever. In the future, I want to have a creative studio for kids who would otherwise not have access to art education in the summertime or after school program. It would be called the Creative Space, just a space for kids to come and create and be themselves.
That sounds amazing. I want to be in that class.
You can come.
What's your hopes for the students to take away with, like, what you want them to walk away with from your class?
So I want them to know that they're loved and that they're cared for. Just to know that whatever they do in life, I'm proud of them and I support them. At the end of each class, I say, tell someone you love them today, just as like a reminder for them to go out into their world. And they always say, Miss Goodman, I love you. Or I'm like, I love you back. So.
Well, you're a blessed another teacher. You keep doing what you're doing, young lady. It's going to make a huge difference. So our friends at Cricut love your creativity and what you bring to your students. Their machines are a must-have and can help you personalize almost anything. So in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week, you're going home with the Cricut Joy Extra today, baby. Yes, you are. It's coming out for you.
What?
And your students, I hope you love it.
Oh my goodness.
And I hope it brings so much creativity and art.
Thank you so much.
How do you think this will help you guys out?
Well, we have an art club after school, and I know that you can use a Cricut to make like t-shirts and stuff, and the kids have been begging me to make personalized art club t-shirts.
Oh, I can't wait to see the art. I'm sure y'all gonna do some great things. And we're not done. We have one more surprise for you from Cricut. We want you to keep inspiring your students through your art, so we're giving you $10,000, honey. Yes, we are. Congratulations. Listen.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Tell us what inspired you to start the dance studio.
Yeah, so I started dancing at 3 years old, and my mom put me in, and I loved it. But when I was in the 3rd grade, my aunt adopted my little cousin, and when I was in the 5th grade, he passed away suddenly. And I really struggled with that. I struggled with trying to navigate all of those feelings, and dance and performing arts was the thing that kept me alive, that kept me going. And so I wanted to open the Quinn Center, name it after him, and create a space for young people that I wish I had when I was going through all of that stuff. So it's just a safe place for them to navigate their feelings and emotions, and
I totally understand that. Things like that are so crucial because for me growing up, like my high school music teacher, y'all, to this day is still there. And a huge part of what helped me get to where I am now. So I'm saying that to say how much of a difference what you're doing for those kids is making and will make for them in the future. So please keep doing everything.
Thank you.
Who did you look up to? Is there any dancer?
Yeah, I think for me, Debbie Allen has been someone that I have always admired. I love the fact that, you know, she's such a talented dancer, but also choreographer as well. And she has done so many things.
Yes,
and I follow her studio, and I just hope that I could be even an ounce of the influence that she has on the young people that she serves in my context.
Well, it's right here. You're doing exactly that. And we're just so proud of you. And we have a special guest for you today. So welcome, Debbie Allen! Yes! Right over here. She came to see you, girl. Here she goes. Look, ladies. This is crazy. The one and only Debbie Allen.
I am here to applaud you and to sing your praises. I know what it is to have a dream. I know what it is to be a young person and not have the opportunity. And here you are at such a young age, providing this opportunity for these young people. Yes. And I just admire you, and I'm here to say yes, keep going, and you're only going to get bigger, and you're going to have to include the boys eventually.
I want them to come. I want them to come. I'm waiting for some.
You don't have to wait for them. Oh, I'm so proud of what you're doing. It's just amazing. Thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me to meet you. She said, I mean, you got to come over here. I'm like, oh,
and thank you for coming.
Absolutely. You know, we know what the arts does for our community and for our lives.
Yes.
You know, the value of it in education is insurmountable. You know, it's that part of your brain that is creative that will eventually cure cancer. And all of the, you know, you have to have creativity. And so you're stimulating these young people to making this world better. And God bless you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. What makes you want to be a teacher?
Honestly, I didn't want to. I had no ambition to teach at all. I was a college athlete, and I had a job right after college, and I had a friend there named Charlie, and he was like, you know, you would be a great teacher. I was like, no, not the wrong guy. But then he was like, you know, my kids and their school, no one looks like us that's there that they can model themselves behind. So he was like, go right in it. I went in it 100%. I'm still there.
Wow. Is that what made you change your mind to want to do it? Like, what was the thing that made you say, you know what, I'm going to do it?
It really was Tyler, because every single day he was like, took my kids to school today, didn't see nobody black. I was like, yeah, and then every single day he just came back over and over again. He kind of persuaded me, and I was like, you know what, you do it, I'll do it. We both went at it, and we both got hired a couple weeks later, and we're still doing it.
I'm so glad you decided to do it.
Yes,
why are male teacher role models important for the classroom?
So I know growing up, all my teachers were like female, and they were like older people. So I never seen no one that looked like me in my classroom. So I know a lot of kids, they're like fatherless, or they don't have no male figure around. So I was like, maybe if I'm in there, I can be like a father or like a big brother to these kids.
Yes.
Therefore, they can know what they should, how to correct themselves. So that's what we're doing.
That's important. What do you love most about teaching?
The relationship building part of it. Like, kids learn from who they like. So my first year, I'm thinking like,
I love you
they're gonna,
that.
because I thought like, maybe I'm older than them, they'll listen to me. And it was like, nah, we don't like you. And I was like, what? I'm cool, I know. They're like, nah. They're like, are you gonna stay? Because they had 3 teachers before me. Everybody left them. So my first year, every week, they was like, am I gonna see you on Monday? I'm like, you're gonna see me every Monday for the rest of the school year. So I just started showing up every day.
And they love you now, don't they?
Oh yeah, every day.
How have you seen your students' mental health improve since you've been there?
Oh man, like the confidence is like night and day. When I first got there, it was a bunch of like negative self-talk within my class. Like they'd be like, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I just can't do this. And I'm just like, we're not gonna do that. Right. We're gonna give more effort, you gotta apply yourself more. But now at the end of the school year, I'm mid-lesson around the problem. They were like, answers 4, I know this, I'm too smart. And I'm just like, that's a win. So they're constantly growing and giving it their all. So.
How does it make you feel to see how much they've improved, and how do you feel like they've impacted you?
Oh man, it means a lot to me. I know like I'm learning patience with them because I'm only 24. So like,
you're a baby too.
I don't got no kids. Like I don't got nothing. I got a dog, and that's about it. so with the kids, it's kind of like I'm used to like saying a command like sit. The dog can sit, but the kids they're not gonna sit. So I'm constantly repeating myself, even with like lessons and problems, having the patience to talk beside you and lean down and be like, okay, we start from the top, and like walking them through that. Yeah. I didn't have that patience when I first came in there.
Wow. So you can learn from the kids. So y'all growing together.
Oh yeah, we're growing up together.
That's a blessing. Oh my goodness. Okay, tell us this. How do you find your classroom?
So mostly through me now, but I have a big following on social media. So early in the school year, I made an Amazon wish list, and everybody kind of got everything, but that stuff come up, I do it myself. Bless
your heart. That is amazing. Well, your students have a surprise for you. I want you to take a look.
Hi, Mr. B! I just wanted to thank you, Mr. B, for always being like there for us.
Thank you, Mr. B, for being with me and not quitting like the other teachers, and being so nice and respectful to all of us.
Thank you, Mr. B. You're the nicest teacher. You made me feel happy when I was feeling down.
Thank you, Mr. B. You're like a brother to me.
Thank you, Mr. B, for teaching us. Thank you, Mr. B, for helping me for all these days and weeks. Thank you, Mr. B, for helping me with my work and for the whole school year.
We love you, Mr. B!
does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a little sad every time, made me cry a little bit. But it means a lot. It means a lot.
It means a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
To see the babies that you blessed and helped, and that's amazing. We're all proud of you. Y'all give them another hand. Well, Mr. B, our friends at Denny's heard your story and are so inspired by your openness and see the safe space you create for your students every day. We want you to keep that great work going, so we're giving you $10,000. Yes! For you and these students. Please tell us, where you get those dance moves from?
Well, listen, thank you for having me. Jennifer, it's been curated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like before I could walk, I was dancing.
Oh.
And then when the 80s hit, and all the popping and the locking.
That's what she was doing, popping and
dropping
locking.
and
she ready.
Cropping and all of that.
Teach me all of that. You let them kids have it. How did the battle come about?
So I had all this candy. I didn't want it here. So I took it down there to the cafeteria. And I said, I'm only gonna be here for a second. But when I got there, they were playing games, and one of the faculty members said, can you pick some really cool music? Can you get some music? And I'm like, okay. So they're like, can we have a dance battle? Can we have a dance battle? And I'm like, you want to have a dance battle? So I'm not one to, turn down a challenge. So I said, okay, let's have a dance battle. Wow. They pulled me in, they drew me in.
Did they know you could dance like that before it started?
I think they knew I could move.
But not like that.
But they didn't know what kinds of moves that I had. They didn't know I was gonna bring it from, the north, south, east, and west.
So what was the reaction of the kids when you bust out with all those moves?
They were like, oh, and the people screaming and the kids were laughing, and I blacked out. When he hit me like this.
You blacked out for real?
When he hit me like that.
What happened? What was going to, you blacked out?
I said, oh.
Oh.
I came back, and then I just hit it on him. So them screaming, it was, I hit it. Them screaming and doing all the excitement, it just boosted me up. It just got me going. It just took me to the next level. I said it was a cheat code.
See?
For the next level.
That's the effect that the audience get a performer. I was talking earlier, like when we singing, hit a note. So when you bust that move, it hit you.
Yeah.
And you went into it.
I just went in. I came back like I was, Lil Wayne say, alien. Beyonce say, alien superstar.
Yes.
I'm one of one. Okay.
I love it. And I know them kids love it too. So tell me, what was your response when you realized you went viral?
It was really unexpected. My AP, she was texting me, oh, this thing is gonna go. My son said it's gonna be viral. It's at 24,000. I'm like, okay. I didn't know what viral meant. I thought 50,000. And Friday afternoon, 4 o'clock, it was at 288,000. My principal called me. He's like, oh, God, this person who tweeted you has 1 million followers. By Friday night, it was at 1 million. By Saturday morning, it was at 2 million. Complex retweeted it.
Wow.
Missy Elliott posted it to her story.
Or she did.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm still really I'm humble by the experience because it's developed into something more than dancing, so.
Wow.
It's been an experience.
Wow. And how long have you been a teacher?
About 23 years. 23 I've been doing this for about 23 years.
What does it mean to have an impact? It's clear that you have an amazing connection with the kids. So how does it feel to you, to have such an impact on them?
So I heard you earlier saying how music connects and the dancing connects. It's really about just finding ways to meet your students where they are. So whatever encourages them, whatever connects them, how we can continue to build relationships, it's what I do. That's where my calling is, or my superpower.
I love that, superpower.
It brings joy, I'm with it. If it brings smiling, I'm with it. So I'm always open to whatever they have.
That is so beautiful. Tell everyone why you wrote into the show.
So I wrote into the Miss J Hood show because I came across, as I was looking for tickets, I came across if you're a teacher and you want help, support. And so I thought, I don't need anything tangible, even though we are a Title I school funded with Title I. We could use some like tangible things, but that is so not what I wanted. I wanted you to just give a word to our kiddos. They face so much.
Right.
After COVID, I don't know how many of you are aware, but in St. Louis, particularly the county areas in July, we were hit with some of the worst flooding we've seen.
Wow.
And those babies who were coming off of COVID and all of the trauma of that, a lot of our kids were displaced.
Yeah.
We have children that are living with relatives. We call that contingency because they are now unhomed or unhoused. And they saw a lot. Those are real life pictures that is not, cropped or media adjusted. And so I just wanted you to just give them a sense of hope and tell them, you know what, you got this, you can do this.
Yes.
That would mean the world to them, just to have somebody say, it got bad, but it gets better.
It does get better, that's for sure. I love the babies too. I do. You're sitting here. Tell us what makes the students so special to you.
So I tell people my students are special because although God gave me one biological child, I have 15 current students. They are my babies. Like whatever they need, if I've got it, I'm going to give it. If I don't have it, I'm going to figure out between my family, the school, district, whoever, we're going to get it for them. They're just my kids. And my daughter knows it, they're my kids on good days or not so good days.
They're still your babies.
They're my babies.
Well, you should give her a hand because you deserve that. Listen, I have to say, you should know the difference that you're making because those are the things, the love and the support that teachers instill in the kids that makes all the difference. So you keep doing what you're doing, keep encouraging those kids because it means everything. You know what? They actually have a message for you. Let's take a look. Yes.
Hi, Ms. Johnson. You're the best teacher at the school again, and you help me with everything I need help with. Love you, Miss Johnson. Hi, Miss Johnson. I'm grateful that you're my teacher and you're the best. Thank you for helping me with my math. You're the best math teacher ever.
In kindergarten, you introduced me to the song Black Butterfly by Denise Williams, and today it is now my favorite song.
You made second grade one of the best times I've ever had. You also made me want to come to school every single day.
When I'm always down, you always cheer me up, and that's what I like about you. And you's my favorite teacher.
I am so grateful for teachers like you who build you up with knowledge, courage, wisdom, and turn into a lifelong family.
Ms. Johnson helped me with learning, reading, and a lot of things else. And she was very compassionate about our learning.
Some things I like about Miss Johnson is that she's nice and she's always kind to me. And she's always happy, and she always thinks about how other people feel. I really miss you, and I really want you to know how much we all appreciate you.
You deserve everything coming your way, and I just want you to know you have a whole bunch of people rooting for you.
I love you, Miss Johnson. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you so much, Miss Johnson. You're the best teacher ever. We love you, Miss Johnson.
I got the tissues for you.
I need the tissue.
Miss Johnson, I gotta ask you, how does that make you feel? Look at her, she's emotional. When you see your babies grow up that you've instilled in, how does that feel to receive a message like that from them?
When you walk in your purpose, even on the hard days.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, I just told one of your great people, 5 months ago, I wouldn't have even thought that I'd still be considering because my class this year had a lot of challenges. And the baby that y'all saw, shout out to my Elin. I love you, baby. I love you. He's not been physically with us for a while. And when I tell you, when God gives you your purpose and you really choose to walk in it, He will bless you, as you say. Your mama used to say.
You gonna have me crying.
My mama says.
Yes, ma'am.
Always remember to do what God is leading you to do, right?
You're wonderful and you're doing beautiful things.
You're the go.
And God is gonna bless you for it. So we got something for you today. We partnered with Kalahari Resorts, home to America's largest indoor water parks. Yes, they heard about your dedication to your students and want to help you. So we're giving your school $10,000. I don't want to get to cry. I know. Look, right there. $10,000. But look. I told y'all she gonna have me crying. Yes, ma'am. And that's not all. Get ready to pack your bags for a well-deserved spring break vacation. We're sending you and your lovely baby daughter, okay, for an unforgettable vacation to Kalahari Resorts. Kalahari Resorts has locations in Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Texas. Make a spring break reservation today and make more memories with Kalahari Resorts and Conventions by visiting KalahariResorts.com. You are amazing.
Oh my God.
God is going to continue to bless you for blessing others with your blessings. Keep shining and know what you're implanting in those beautiful children. Oh, Jesus, you going to have me crying? Thank you so much for being here and come back again.
I will be back.
Okay.
You hear me?
You got me crying now. What subject you teach in school?
Okay, well, so I've been a teacher for 14 years. And, thank you. And I teach 9th grade physical education.
Oh.
Yes.
Fun.
Yeah.
I love some gym. I like gym too, y'all. Gym, music, and lunch. Okay. Now, can you tell me more about like life growing up for you as a kid? Your amazing story.
Of course. So I grew up in Watts, California, and it was challenging, to say the least, for sure.
Aww.
And just growing up there in the 80s during the crack pandemic going on and a lot of gang violence happening. And my mother, she was so worried for me and my brother, and we had to get home before the lights, the street lights came on. And then there would be situations, we're always getting, picked on or, they're testing us. And I'd be like, man, I just fought you 2 days ago. Like, why are we doing this again?
Right.
So, yeah, it was challenging.
Wow. How were you able to escape that environment?
So my mom, someone told her about the busing program. So I was bused out of where I lived. And so I just only did school outside of my community. So that really helped out a lot.
And how did that experience help shape you?
So going out, and then I would come back. So the education, 100%. Also, the arts was great at the schools that I went to. And I would notice certain conversations my friends or just the kids in the school would have outside of the conversations that I would have at the schools that I went to. And that shaped me because I really got to understand that this education is really important. And there was a disparity between the education going on in the inner city and the education going on outside.
Okay, and why is representation so important in the education field to bring it into the classrooms? And what exactly do you feel is most important that you like to implement in your classroom?
It's a good question. So it's very important, representation, because when I grew up, I didn't have any black male teachers growing up. So me going into the classroom, I have that representation and people can see that, I'm like a figure that they can see now moving forward. And I like to implement situations that I had to endure during my life because my students, they don't believe that I grew up in the hood. They're like, Mr. Ross, that's cap. You didn't grow up in no hood. And I'm like, I did, but I left my street cred card at home, so can't show you.
So they can relate to you more when they know, no, I've been through what you've been through, and you're a great example because if you've been through it and you're there, you can show them they can make it through it too.
Exactly.
Right?
And if they want to be a teacher, yes.
Yes. What do you love most about coaching?
So I coach girls basketball and girls softball, yes, and badminton. So.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. So what I like most about teaching, coaching, because teaching is a little bit different because you could take a test and you could kind of finagle your way around the test, but there's no finagling athletic ability.
That's true.
You cannot fake that. So to watch a kid from first bouncing the basketball or learning how to swing or catch, you can see that natural progression. And then as they're going through that journey, then I can go back and be like, hey, remember when you couldn't do that? Right. How does that make you feel? And they feel accomplished, just physical fitness, that's very important in the black community, any community, actually. So, very important.
And do you find that confidence that they get from working with them through the sports goes beyond that within them throughout the schooling?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, that does build their self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
When they're able to achieve something at that level that they didn't know they could do before, they're like, okay, well, what's the next task? What more can I do?
Yes.
So.
Oof, I love that so much. And I love this, that you go, it just doesn't end with you. You just keep going further and further beyond. Like, you come out of pocket for supplies for the kids. Tell us about that.
Yes, so the public school system don't have the most money. So I do, for supplies, have to come out, any sporting equipment that we have. Like, I started a badminton program at the school, so I had to fund that with, with our budget, our funds. And anything else that's needed and necessary, sometimes with the school, it just takes time to get it. So I'm like, no, these kids need it now. So we gotta figure it out now.
Oh, you're a blessing. You're a blessing to the babies. Man, you're changing so many lives, and we want to see you continue that amazing work. So we want to give you a gift card of $2,500 so you can continue.
Wow.
Kids, you're doing an awesome job. We are so proud of you. Thank you so much, Brian. Come back and see us and take care of those babies. You're far more than a coach. You're like a mentor to these kids, you know? Yeah. What'd you say?
I would say mentor, uncle, disciplinarian, teacher, a lot of hats that I wear with the kids. They're my family.
Right.
They've saved my life in so many ways.
And you're saving theirs. I could feel your passion in it and your heart for it. And I know you said like a lot of the kids deal with a lot of different challenges and obstacles. Can you tell us about some of those things they face?
Everything. I mean, we're from North Philadelphia. So you being from Chicago, I'm sure you understand. Just walking outside, there's gangs, there's bullying, there's death, there's all types of drug activity in the community. So a lot of the kids face this on a day-to-day basis, even going to school, coming from school.
Just going to the store.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've had a kid who was 15, freshman in high school, the most beautiful kid, most beautiful heart. He was in his home, turning on his video game, and his house was riddled with bullets. He got shot. And I was called, went to the hospital, saw him lying on the bed, getting surgery, and that was hard for me. And I was trying to be encouraging to the kid. His mother was there. We were the only two in the back, his mother and I. And he was worried about playing basketball, and I was more worried about him living.
Right.
And at that moment, you see a kid who you've invested in, who believes in you, who looks to you for guidance. It's almost like looking at your child on that gurney.
Right.
And it was tough, but he's doing well now. He's a sophomore in college.
Wow.
Sophomore in college.
And then you faced a lot of struggles of your own. So how did that experience like get you into coaching now?
Going to prison, I went to prison at 18 years old. Was a scholarship signing for football. Just made a bad decision one day, and it detoured my life. 8-year sentence. I served 7 years, 9 months. During that time, my mother passed. I was 22 years old. And that was probably the turning point in my life. I didn't want to be a person that recycled myself through the prison system. I didn't want to relive the pain that I felt that day. It's something that I live with every day. And it spurs me to go out and try to make a difference. As an adult looking back, I'm not proud that I went to prison, but I am glad for what prison taught me and what it instilled in me and what it inspires me to do on a day-to-day basis. So I know that, you know.
What is it like to see the kids succeed?
It's humbling. It's rewarding. It's purposeful. It's worth the pain. I've lost relationships. I lose money. I sacrifice a lot of money. I'm a barber, so all of the time that I'm in the gym, I'm losing money for my trade. But it's the most rewarding thing that I've ever done.
It's priceless, huh?
Seeing kids, yeah. Some of them have gone on to college. We have a player that potentially might be an NBA player this year.
Wow. In the college? Oh, my goodness.
We have a bunch of kids who've gone to college for free. Some who've just gotten into better schools in high school because of their basketball talent. So we just try to get the college education. That's our goal, to give them an opportunity to expand their horizons past the inner city of Philadelphia and then build life at that point. They could be a doctor, a lawyer, teacher, the next EGOT winner.
Come on. Yes, you got all of that potential in there. And I mean, I heard you talking about like the places you take the kids and the things you show them and you expose them to the world. I always tell the kids, I know, there's more to life than the block you live on. Yeah. And the more we can introduce them to that, the bigger their dreams can become. Yeah. But I'm curious to know, how do you fund everything?
God, because I don't know where the money comes from. We fundraise, we do, you know, old school fundraising. We sell dinners, we have fish fries, scratch-offs. We just fundraise the parents. Some of them can pay something, most of them can't. The few parents that I do have that can pay something, they're very good in the fact that they help other kids. I put about $5,000 to every trip. Well, I try to, but I'm always over. We always go past that limit, but we just chip at the beat and chip at the beat, and it's just very, very grounding because we never have enough money, but we've never been turned away. God has provided, and He keeps providing.
He is, and He will keep providing, and you keep that heart, keep doing what you're doing, and whew, you'll get there. Well, you know what? Our friends at Denny's heard your story and are so inspired by your openness. We want to give you a gift of $10,000 to help you continue the work in your community. Please keep it up. This is for you and your community. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit JenniferHudsonShow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.